कृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतसक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं। प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 1st chapter. We heard yesterday that when there is the prominence of Sattva Guna, at that time one will be inclined to worship the gods and the rishis. When Rajoguna becomes prominent, at that time, the demons, and when Tamoguna flourishes, Yakshas and the Rakshasas. But at no point in time, all the three means any mode of nature is simultaneously on a high and low. Then we also heard that Supreme Lord is equal to all. He does not discriminate between the various living entities, but he becomes manifest to different degrees in different persons depending on the eligibility of the person. Example is given, just like water, earth, sky, they don't discriminate what kind of vessel they have to fill, and the quantity that fills that particular vessel is also means how much water can come in that vessel is also depending on the eligibility or the capacity of that particular vessel, but not of water. Water is not discriminating that I shall give only this much to this vessel. No. But the vessel has no capacity to take more than its capacity. So, in a similar manner, just like these, earth, water, etc., they don't discriminate. In a similar manner, the Lord also does not discriminate. You cannot say that, oh, water is very bad, in my container only little water came. No, you cannot blame water for that. It is your pot that is small in quantity. So, in a similar manner, how much the Lord will become manifest in each person depends on how much one is eligible for that. The Viveki, an intelligent person, will be able to see the manifestation of Supreme Lord everywhere, because you see, in every living entity there is a good quality. There is some portion of Sattvaguna present in all the living entities. So, where Sattvaguna is, there the Lord is present in more, or He is manifest in more. Not present, but His manifestation is more. Therefore, a person who is intelligent, he will be able to see this. That's why we heard yesterday, Yad Yad Vibhuti Matsatvam Srimadurjitameva Tattadeva Vagachatvam Amatejonsa Sambhavam. It is possible by my potency only. Wherever you see any opulence, that is possible because of my opulence. Therefore, we have to understand that the manifestation of the Lord is there, and one can understand, only Vivek, an intelligent person, will be able to understand depending on the degree of his manifestation. We will continue from verse number 10. Yada sisrukshuhu puraha atmanah paro rajah srujatyesha prithak dvaya swamayaya sattvam vichitrasu rirangsu rikshwaraha shaishyamanas ईरयत तसौ। সেই ভগবান যখন স্বকীয় মায়া দ্বারা জীবের ভোগের নিমিত্ত দেহ সৃষ্টি করিতে ইচ্ছা করিলেন, তখন সাম্যাবস্থায় স্থিত রজোগুণকে পৃথক রূপে সৃষ্টি করেন। When that Supreme Lord, through His own potency, Maya potency, desired to bring the living entities into creation, at that time He created Rajoguna. Rajoguna is for creation. So, at the time when the Lord desired to have the creation, at that time He first created Rajoguna, which is the cause of creation. এবং ওই বিচিত্র দেহাদিতে ক্রীড়া করিতে ইচ্ছুক হইয়া সত্ত্বগুণকে পৃথক রূপে সৃষ্টি করেন। Then He created Sattvaguna in order to maintain, in order to take care. You see, for the maintenance of the body, for the sustenance, etc., there are certain things required. There should be a protector, there should be a maintainer. So that is through Sattvaguna. Sattvaguna is protecting or maintaining. পরে তাহা সংহার করিতে হইবে বলিয়া তমোগুণকে প্রেরণ করেন। Then after creation, it needs to be annihilated also. Therefore, he created tamoguna. So, when does this sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna come into existence? When the Lord created. At the time of creation, rajoguna is required. The created beings are required to be maintained, therefore sattva-guna is to be created. Now, after sattva-guna is created and rajoguna is created, also annihilation is required, because nothing, this material world is not permanent place. The place of creation and annihilation, creation and annihilation. Therefore, in order to annihilate or in order to dissolve this world, tamoguna is required. So, in this manner, the Lord has created sattva-guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna from the Maic potency, from his external potency. गुण समूहेर तारतम्य हेतु ताहार अधिष्ठातृत्वेर तारतम्य रूप नियंत्रणेर द्वारा भगवानेर गुणाधिकारत्व आशंका करा जाय ना, किंतु तिनी गुण सकलेरो स्रष्टा ताहार समस्त किचुई लीलामयी यह बोलते चेन यदा शुश्रिक्षु इत्यादि. The three modes of material nature, there is the differences between the three modes of material nature. All the modes are not the same. The activities of the three modes of material nature is also different. And all the three modes are resting in Supreme Lord, because they have come from Supreme Lord. Niyantraner dwara, and he is thus the controller of the three modes of material nature also. But it does not in any way mean that the Lord is also under the control of the modes. The Lord is the creator and he is also the controller. But he is not controlled by the three modes of material nature. Like in this material world, whatever we create, whatever we do, becomes a cause of our own bondage. A person who has, for example, invented Facebook, not necessary that he is beyond Facebook. We are trapped in Facebook world. The person who has created Facebook, he is also trapped in the Facebook world. Means, trapped meaning, wastage of time or, getting lost into it, being bound by it. In this material world, whatever we create, we cannot say we are the complete controllers of it. They control us also. Man earns money, but money also earns the man simultaneously, isn't it? Money owns the man. Man thinks that I am owning so much wealth and money, but unfortunately money is also owning a person, in the sense that with money you can do anything. You can buy people, you can buy others' name and fame, you can buy degrees, you can buy jobs, what not money can do. So in this material world, whatever we earn, whatever we create, we are bound by it. So Supreme Lord is also so? No, it is not so. He is fully independent. He creates something doesn't mean that he is under the control of his own creation. No, it is not so. So, Ashanka kora jai na. No, it is not true. Kintu guna sakalero srashta tahar samasta kichui lilamai. But this is a part of his pastime only. This is a part of his activity only. The creation of the three modes of material nature is a part of his pastime or an activity. But it is not the one that is binding him. In Goloka Vrindavan, there is no influence of three modes of material nature. There is a transcendental world. No one can say, oh, this, Subal Sakha is in mode of goodness, but Madhumangal is in mode of passion. No. There is no such modes of passion, modes of material world acting in that spiritual plane. So, this is a part of his pastime. Jokhan Atmanaha बोलते जीवेर भोगेर निमित्त पुरः स्थावर जंगमात्मक शरीर समूह Paraha, Parameshwar Srishti Kurite Ichha Koren. Now, when will the Lord desire to have creation? Our Guru Maharaj used to say, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is writing here, that a living entity, when he wants to live independent of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, I cannot be under the control of the Lord, but I want to enjoy. The Lord says, no, my place is not place for your enjoyment. My dham is not a place of your enjoyment. In my dham, you should all be subservient to me. Of course, subservient means you will be blissful, not das of this material world. If you are servant of someone, slave of someone, then you are always in agony. Where will I get more money? I want to skip this. I want to jump to another job. I want to become a servant elsewhere. Isn't it? In India we have, in your country I don't know, you don't have maid servants. You have? If a neighbor gives more money than what we are giving, she will say or he will say, okay, goodbye, I am getting more money, I am going there. Then you have to say, okay, I will give you more money, please stay with me. But in the Supreme Abode, it is not like that. That, oh, Krishna is keeping me as his slave or servant, then I have to find for a better job after a few days. No, always in blissful state. Sakhas are thinking they are supreme. They are not asking for a promotion to become gopis. The parents are not asking for a promotion. No, I am getting little happiness. Please make me your friend. Please make me your sakhi. No. In whatever ras they are happy. But the living entity wants to enjoy independent of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. To be dependent and enjoy is good. All the sakhas, all the brajavasis they do. But independently I want to enjoy. Then the Lord is obliged. Guru Maharaj used to say, like when the child is repeatedly telling, no, I want to go. Then what will a good father do? Okay, where will you go? Let me make arrangements for you. Like these days in India, not only these days, for the past decade or more, they want to go outside India. We want to go to America. We want to go to this country. We want to go to that country. Then poor fathers and mothers, they have to make arrangement for their children. No, I will get you admitted to a nice college here. No, I want to study in America. What will a father do? Okay, I will go to bank, borrow some money and pay for your visa, for your stay, for everything. And every 6 months I will send you so much money. What to do? So like a father has affection for the child, what he does is that he makes arrangements for the child when he wants to go out. In a similar manner, the Lord says that stay with me. I will give you nice rasa. No, I don't want your rasa. I want to enjoy independent rasa. Okay, what to do? Okay, I will create world for you. The Lord has created this material world. So it's not the desire of the Lord to create the world, but it is the desire of the living entity to enjoy independent of the Lord that made the Lord to create this world. Then Rajoguna came into existence. Not only the living entity, along with him other creatures are also to be created. Isn't it? Otherwise, he will have no enjoyment. There is no variety. If everyone is a human being, where is variety? Every day you are eating rice and dal, where is variety? You need to eat soup, vereneke you need to eat. So, different varieties are to be there, flavors. So, the Lord has created various varieties of creatures. Now, creating is not a great job. You have to maintain them. Then, Sattva-guna came into existence in this manner. रजोगुण सृष्टि विचित्र ओ देह पुरीते रिरंशु शिष्ट पालन रूप क्रीड़ा करिते इच्छुक होइया सत्वगुण के पृथक सृष्टि करान. Now when the living entities are created, in order to maintain them, satvaguna is the Vishnu himself, the presiding deity of maintaining the entire world. So Sattva Guna is created. তারপর যখন শৈষ্যমাণঃ শয়ন অর্থাৎ সংহার করিতে ইচ্ছা করেন তখন তমোগুণকে পৃথক ভাবে প্রেরণা দান করেন, and then in order to annihilate the created world he created the tamoguna also. কিন্তু মায়া গুণ বশ্যতা হেতু তিনি পরতন্ত্র হন না, but he is not subdued by his own creation, three modes of material nature. भगवान निज मायाय सृष्ट स्थित और संहार करें. He is not directly involved in creation, maintenance or annihilation. Through his maya he is doing all these activities. कालम चरंतम सृजतीश आश्रयम प्रधान पुंभ्याम नरदेव सत्यकृत. हे नरपते, সেই ভগবান চিদ অচিদীশ্বর ও অমোঘ জগৎকর্তা, তিনি নিমিত্তভূত প্রকৃতি ও পুরুষ, এই দুইয়ের সহায়তায় বর্তমান কালকে আপনি সৃষ্টি করেন, অতএব কাল তাহার চেষ্টা স্বরূপ হওয়ায় তিনি কালের পরতন্ত্র নহেন. My dear king, the Supreme Lord, who is the maintainer and controller, the infallible master of all the conscious and material entities in this world. There are conscious beings and there are also the inert matter. So the Supreme Lord is the master. What kind of master? He is an infallible master. Means he is the only master. There is no one, no replacement to the Supreme Lord. He is that infallible master of all the living entities. তিনি নিমিত্তভূত প্রকৃতি ও পুরুষ, এই দুইয়ের সহায়তায় বর্তমান কালকে আপনি সৃষ্টি করেন. So Prakriti and Purusha, Maya and Purusha. Purusha means the you can say male that is required for creation. Prakriti is the feminine aspect, and Purusha is the masculine aspect. Now simply Maya is there, she cannot procreate. Maya alone cannot procreate. Maya is inert. So Purusha, a male or a masculine aspect is required for the process of creation. So that is Purusha. Mahavishnu, through his eyesight, he is glancing upon Maya. Now there is no physical process required. The Supreme Lord glances over Maya and then there is this creation, progeny. Both of them are called as nimitta. Nimitta means instrumental. Instrumental means they are not the principal cause. What is being said is Supreme Lord is the principal cause. Maya is not the principal cause of creation. Many persons in this material world, particularly in India, they worship Durga, calling her as the creator of this world. Because she is Maya, they worship Durga as a creator of this world. It is not incorrect. It is true that she is creator, but she is instrumental creator. She is not the main creator. It is true, it is through her the creation process is happening, but instrumental creator. So at that time, এই দুইয়ের সহায়তায় বর্তমান কালকে আপনি সৃষ্টি করেন. By the with the help of these Maya and Purusha, the Lord himself has created time. That is when time has come into existence. Now, all of us generally we ask, when did a living entity become averse to Krishna? That question is answered here. The time has come into existence at that point in time. There was no time before. In Krishna's abode, of course, there is no time. Yes. Vartaman time, the current time has come into existence at that point of time. So, Ataiva Kal Tahar Chesta Swarupa Hawai Tini Kaler Paratantra Nahen. That's why if we go through Bhagavatam, all the questions are answered so nicely. There was no time before. We are asking, oh, when did a living entity become averse to Krishna? When time created. Before that, there was no existence of time at all. Because time is required for the living entities, not for Supreme Lord. Time means what? Past, present and future. Time means death. So, that is required in this material plane, not in the spiritual plane. So, because the Lord has created time, it doesn't mean the Lord is under the spell of time. Just like the Lord created three modes of material nature, is not under the spell of three modes. In a similar manner, Lord created time and He is also not under the grip of the time. He is beyond time. Just because He created time doesn't mean that He is under the control of time. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary writes, जखन सृष्टि करिवार निमित्त इच्छुक हन इत्यादिर उल्लेखे प्रतीत ताहार काल परतंत्रता निषेध करिते चेन कालम इत्यादि. So in this verse, it is told that when he desired to create, so when it is said when he desired to create the world, that means that is when time has come into existence. When that desire happened, that is the time has come into existence. Means he is not under the control of the time, because before that also he was existing. Do you understand? Very analytical. When he created time means before the creation of time also he was present, which means he is beyond time. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary is, very, very technical, analytical. You should be, brainy to understand his, purports, because this was presented for learned scholars. At that time, people were not dumb like us. Very learned scholars. They were, arguing, why this, why that. He presented the purports in such a manner, where all refutations, all things will simply get finished. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam, sometimes I have difficulty in explaining in Hindi language, because there are certain technical terms that are better explained in English. Maybe I'm used to speaking English. Whenever I speak, Hindi, I find it little difficult to explain. Also the audience are, not all audience are capable of trying to understand this, this thing in depth. So it requires some, brainy thing. Of course, it's not a brainy subject. Srimad Bhagavat is a Atma subject, but we are unfortunately, we stop at the brain level itself before it goes to the Atma. So that brain needs to be pierced before it enters. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's purport work like that. Ashrayam prakriti o purusho e ubhayer सहकारित्व रूपे आश्रयभूत काल के भगवान स्वयं ही सृष्टि करें जेहेतु काल ताहार चेष्टा रूप. So with the help of Prakriti and Purusha, the Supreme Lord has created time which is under his control. Time is under his control. Kalosmi aham. I am time. The Lord is telling in Bhagavad Gita, I am time. Doesn't mean that he is under the control of time. Time is not under his own. Time is not under the control of time. Time is independent. It's an independent thing. এই রূপ অর্থ জগতের সৃষ্টিয়াদি কার্য তাহার লীলাতেই হইয়া থাকে এবং সেই লীলাও তাহার ইচ্ছাধীনই। So the creation, annihilation, etc., all these are part of his pastimes, and these pastimes are under the control of his desire. Means when he desires, these pastimes will take place. তন্মধ্যে যখন সৃষ্টি ইচ্ছা হয় তখন রজোগুণ বৃদ্ধি প্রাপ্ত হইয়া সৃষ্টির কাল উৎপন্ন হয়। Therefore, when rajoguna becomes very prominent, means when he desires to create, then rajoguna becomes prominent, and at that time there is creation. যখন তাহার পালন ইচ্ছা করিবার ইচ্ছা তখন সত্ব বৃদ্ধিতে পালন করে, and when he desires to maintain the living entities, then sattva becomes prominent. এবং যখন সংহার করিবার ইচ্ছা তখন তমোগুণের বুদ্ধিতে নাশকাল উপস্থিত হয়। এই রূপে কাল বিশেষ তিনি সৃষ্টি করেন, and when he desires to annihilate, then the tamoguna also comes into existence. In this manner, he is not only the creator of the three modes of material nature, he is also the creator of time. তন্মধ্যে যখন সৃষ্টি আদি কাল তখনই সৃষ্টি প্রবৃত্তি করিবার ইচ্ছা জাগরিক হয়। এখানে যদা যখন শব্দ কাল বিশেষই তাহা কিন্তু তাহার দ্বারা সৃষ্টি। So when it is said that when he desired to create, then there is creation. So the when here means time. When means time. So when he desired means time has come into existence. Before that, no. Is that clear? When indicates time. So when he desired to create means that is the point when time has come into existence. ইহা বলায় সত্বগুণের জয়কালে ইত্যাদি বাক্য প্রতীত তাহার কাল পরতন্ত্র নিষিদ্ধ হইল। প্রধান পুম্ভ্যাম, প্রধান অর্থাৎ ভগবানের মায়াশক্তি প্রকৃতি এবং স্বীয় অংশ পুরুষের সহিত বর্তমান হইয়া তিনি কালকেও সৃষ্টি করেন। So how did time come into existence? Through his own maya shakti, pradhana. Pradhana means it's a maya shakti. It's a total material energy. It's called as a total material energy, where all the material elements are required for creation are existing. Now total material energy in itself cannot create. Then his own ansha purusha, his own potency purusha, that is one of the purusha avatars, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, then after that creation happens. এই প্রকারে ভগবান সকলের কারণ বলিয়া তাহারই স্বতন্ত্র এবং তাহার কার্য জগতের অধীনত্ব। Therefore, because the Lord is the cause of all the living entities, he is not controlled by the cause. The cause is creating the material world. He is the Sarva Karana Karanam, cause of all causes. But he himself is not under the control of whatever has come into effect due to the cause. Okay, the effect is the living entity, the world. The effect is the three modes of material nature. The effect is the time. In this material world, cause and effect. Cause and effect. One is causing and the result is the effect. Everything in this material world, cause and effect. I am cooking, the recipe is ready. So effect is the recipe, cause is I. So in this material world, everything, I am slapping someone, I am the cause, the effect is someone is hurt. So in this material world, everything is, karya, karana, samoha. It's a big mixture of cause and effect. There is a baby born, I am the cause of the baby, and the baby is the effect. So if you see everything in this material, cause and effect. The Supreme Lord is the cause of the three modes of material nature and the time, and therefore he is the effect of that also. But he is not affected by it. Okay? He is not affected by the Sattva guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna or the time. That is his creation. Yadi bolen dekhun, তাহার কার্যজগৎ অবস্তুই মিথ্যাভূতই অবস্তুর আবার অধীনত্ব ও অনধীনত্ব বিচারের কি প্রয়োজন? If someone were to say, you see, this creation, this world is temporary or false. Therefore, what is the, adhinatva? Adhinatva means being controlled or uncontrolled by a false thing doesn't make any sense. That which is false, that does not exist, controlled by that or not controlled by that, it doesn't make any sense. ইহা কেহ কেহ মায়াবাদীগণ বলিয়া থাকেন, তাহার উত্তরে বলিতেছেন সত্যকৃত শ্রী ভগবান সত্যস্বরূপ, তাহার শক্তির কার্য এই বিশ্বের মিথ্যত্ব হওয়া যুক্তিযুক্ত নহে. Some Mayavadis may say like this, because they say world is false, Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. So when it is false, how can you can say that one is in control of that or not in control of that? Means, for example, I will again take Facebook only. If the existence of Facebook is false, how can you say one is addicted to Facebook or not addicted to Facebook? Because the existence of Facebook itself is false. The question doesn't arise at all. This is Mayavadi Siddhanta. Well, it's false. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, no, Satyakrit. It's not what the Mayavadis are telling is not correct. Shri Bhagavan Satya Swarupa, the Lord is an eternal principle. Tar Shaktir Karya Ei Vishwer Mityatva Hawa Yukti Yuktana, and his creation cannot be false. If he is not false, his creation cannot be false. Yes, it is temporary, correct. When you say it is temporary, it is correct. It is temporarily manifested. When you say temporary, actually the world is also existing always. Sometimes outside, sometimes inside his womb. Because he is eternal, his creation is also eternal. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Whatever the Lord creates is complete. Now he is, eternal principle, and his, creation is non-eternal. It cannot be so. The thing is that it comes into manifestation, it gets annihilated and becomes unmanifest. This world manifests and unmanifests, manifests and unmanifests. But it is not false. It is temporary. Because it is the Lord who is the creator, who is eternal, it cannot be called as false. It can be called as temporary. Jagat mithya nahe, nashwar matra hoy. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is said that this world is not false, it is temporary. It is perishable. This is what is correct. But it is false is not correct. कार्य मात्रेई मिथ्या होइले ताहार द्वारा अनुमित भगवानेरও प्रमाणेर अभावई प्रसक्त হয় এই ভাব. If you say that the creation is false, then immediately it will say that the creator will also be false. If the creation is false, it indicates that the creator is also false, which is not correct. Creator is eternal. Therefore, the creation cannot be called as false. Creation is truth personified. Therefore, the creation of it cannot be false. मध्वभाष्य प्रमाण श्रुति ते उक्त হইয়াছে सत्य स्वरूप भगवान ए सत्य विश्वई सृष्टि करिते करियाছেন इत्यादि. Even Madhva Madhvacharya's Bhashya commentary also it is told that Bhagavan is Satya Swarupa, is an absolute truth, and therefore his creation, this material world, is also Satya, is also existing, is not false. This material world is also existing. Okay, we will stop here. Is it clear? Yes. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराध्यतम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. यस